Good morning. In your sport, let's do things a little differently. On the line, I have 18-year-old Zenzokuhle Nkosi from Johannesburg, a young South African football player who's been struggling to get a team in the country to sign him. But it seems there could be hope from Malaga in Spain. Zenzo, firstly, congratulations. I hear you just matriculated with the class of 2019.
Yes, thank you so much.
Well done.
It's an honor to be here. My matric went really well, actually. I got 4 distinctions.
What?
So I'm happy with it.
Excellent. Yeah. Congratulations. Wow, a footballer and a smart one at that. So let's get back to the field. You've been looking for a football team to sign you. You've hustled locally and abroad. So firstly, from a young South African point of view, what do you think is wrong with the way in which we develop players?
First of all, I think South Africa has arguably the best talent in the world. We have really good talented players. I just think it's a shame only players like Motiba and Tau, Piri go overseas. Mm-hmm. I think locally we don't have necessarily a mindset of breeding players for an international level. I think players would want to play Telkom knockouts and not necessarily play Champions League. I think it's a mindset change that we need to go for. I think that's what the main issue is.
So when I was speaking to you off air, you were telling me about the process in which you took to try get a team. Tell me more about it.
It's very unorthodox. I sent close to 1,000 emails during my prelims, or throughout the course of the year, really, trying to find a club locally and overseas. No club locally responded to me, but I got responses from clubs like Lyon in France, clubs like Betis in Spain, but Malaga eventually responded to me and said that, look, we do have something called our International Academy where you could trial for a few months for our C team. We'd give you a place to stay, and if we think you're good enough, then we could offer you a professional contract. So
how is that going so far? Have you applied or what's going on?
So I talked to the head of the department, and I speak to him pretty much once a week. Right now, the only thing that's stalling is I'm waiting for the contract.
Yeah.
They've sent my letter of invitation. They've sent pretty much everything else, but I just need that contract so I can start with the visa. So God willing, it happens. I believe everything happens in God's time. But just waiting on that contract, and then I can start.
And of course,
the process.
Yeah, you've got the ambitions to play for the under-20s, the under-23s, and eventually Bafana Bafana.
Yes, of course. I know the boys are going over to Tokyo this year, and it would be an honor if perhaps I perform in Spain, that maybe I could go along with the under-23s, and even just sitting on the bench, just having that experience of having played for South African level, and such a big competition.
18-year-old Zenzokuhle from Johannesburg. Remember that name because I see him playing for Bafana Bafana. Yes. And we'll see you in maybe not these Olympics, but definitely the next ones.
Maybe.
All right. That's Lonwabo Nkohla for Radio 2000 Sport.